Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Wrestling Experience. I'm sorry about the technical difficulties, ladies and gentlemen, but tonight we are here for the Wrestling Experience. And yeah, we're going to be live tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Sean C., what's up? Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Wrestling Experience. It's Thursday night, and that could be only one thing. It's time to get for the experience, ladies and gentlemen. And here we go.
Now with the hottest show in the universe, the Wrestling Experience, with your host, Earl Cole.
Acknowledge me.
Coming at you with all the dope shit, freshest WWE content, and also the AEW. You are now watching The Experience, the Wrestling Experience. Now with your host, Earl Cole.
And welcome to the Wrestling Experience. My name is Earl Cole, ladies and gentlemen, and tonight we have the Wrestling Experience here for you. And of course, ladies and gentlemen, me and my co-pilot, we're going to be discussing AEW Dynamite, ladies and gentlemen, and all points in between, ladies and gentlemen. Also, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be giving you a Wrestling Experience t-shirt update. We're going to give you that. And of course, ladies and gentlemen, I got some shout outs to do and some congratulations to be in order. So, ladies and gentlemen, please help me welcome the one and the only, my co pilot. She was here with me last night. She's here with me on Monday night. And of course, she likes to ride the waves on this cook pot, ladies and gentlemen. And yes, ladies and gentlemen, she has a best. She has her bestie called Denty. Ladies and gentlemen, please help welcome the one and the only. Someone's out of the story.
I said your intros get better and better, Earl. I love it. Mitch has his bestie and I've got mine. It's fine.
Sarah's bestie. Sarah's bestie. Anyway, ladies.
That's pretty sad.
Oh my God. Oh, Sarah, what a Thursday. This is bad Thursday. Oh boy, what a busy day today was.
Yeah,
I'll tell you this. I'll tell you this much, ladies and gentlemen. I'll tell you this much. If you all didn't hear the announcement last night, ladies and gentlemen, the Wrestling Experiences teamed up with Custom Ink, and they're going to help me produce the Wrestling Experience t-shirts, ladies and gentlemen. And today, ladies and gentlemen, we finalized the t-shirts, ladies and gentlemen. They have been finalized. So, ladies and gentlemen, the first week in November, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be rolling out the t-shirts, ladies and gentlemen. Now, I'll tell you this much, ladies and gentlemen, they are limited in number. They are limited in number because they're introductory. I want to see exactly what response do I get from it, ladies and gentlemen. But I'll tell you this much, ladies and gentlemen. Custom Inks, really, they are the most nicest people. And shout out to Jessica, ladies and gentlemen, my t-shirt printer. Ladies and gentlemen, she is absolutely fabulous. She even cracked up at some of the nuances that I had told her over the telephone today, ladies and gentlemen. She said, I told her, I said, you need to watch the show and you need to watch the show because you won't believe some of the things that come out of this cook pot, ladies and gentlemen. So, ladies and gentlemen, the first t-shirt that's coming out, ladies and gentlemen, he got hit in the beads and the flanks, ladies and gentlemen. That is one of them. That is one of them. Like, that's going to be on sale. That will be on sale in an introduction limited number this November, ladies and gentlemen. And then the next t-shirt that I'm going to be working on, that me and Jessica are working on, ladies and gentlemen, we're working on the mothership, ladies and gentlemen. Now, The colors that I picked out for these t-shirts, ladies and gentlemen, are fabulous. They're going to be fabulous because they fit the theme of what I'm trying to get out of this little cook pot head, ladies and gentlemen. So, ladies and gentlemen, when I told Jessica today, I said, when I say the words "you landed on the mothership," I wanted a silver like UFO kind of a thing. So we're looking for that symbol to put on the t-shirt,
It's
ladies and
awesome.
gentlemen. So it's gonna look fabulous. It's going to look fabulous. And again, I want to thank Custom Ink, ladies and gentlemen. They are absolutely fabulous. They're nice people, and they are helping me put these shirts together, ladies and gentlemen. But ladies and gentlemen, the introductory T-shirts are going to be coming very soon. The first week of November, I would say maybe about after the 7th of November, we should have them rolling. And ladies and gentlemen, just for me to be nice to you all, because you all have been so nice to me, I'm going to be giving you 5% off of the t-shirts, ladies and gentlemen. 5% off, and we're going to give you that promo code that you can use, ladies and gentlemen, when you order the t-shirts. So all you want to do, ladies and gentlemen, put the promo code in, get the 5% off, and then you'll be able to sport, and you'll be able to say, I've been on the wrestling experience. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, you have
Or like
been
I've been
deemed.
on the mothership.
Oh, yes, ladies and gentlemen. And so it's been on this mothership many times over, ladies and gentlemen, many times over, ladies and
Oh
gentlemen.
yes.
She has counted many miles. You have no idea, ladies and gentlemen, how many times this ship has beamed over her house and beamed her aboard this mothership, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen. Yes, listen, yes, if you will.
Quite a few times.
Quite a few times, ladies and gentlemen. And we're
Yeah.
going to do it again Saturday night, ladies and gentlemen, because me and Sarah are going to pack our bags, ladies and gentlemen, and we're heading to Unckersville, Connecticut, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not saying that 10 times fast. No, I'm not doing that. But me and Sarah, we will go to Unckersville, Connecticut, and the Mohegan Sun Arena, and we're going to bring you AEW's Collision, ladies and gentlemen. And who knows? Maybe we'll hit the jackpot while we're in the casino, ladies and gentlemen. And and wouldn't that be nice, ladies and gentlemen?
Yeah. That would be
Yeah.
sweet.
So, ladies and gentlemen, the main event of Collision, ladies and gentlemen, MJF will put on his title on the line against Kenny Omega. One of them. That's going to be fabulous. That's going
I'm
to be
excited for
fabulous.
that one.
And ladies and gentlemen, I do want to send a shout out to the first female guest of the wrestling experience, Maddie Anderson. Maddie Anderson had her baby, ladies and gentlemen. She had her baby this past week.
Oh.
And Zion Ali Madison was born, ladies and gentlemen. And again, I want to congratulate Maddie on the birth of her baby and everything. And I wish her the best of luck. And I told Maddie, I said, I want you to come back on this mothership in the new year. And she said, yes, I will reach out to you. And she said, fabulous. Now, as you all know, ladies and gentlemen, Maddie was on my show. She was the first ever female guest on the wrestling experience. Never had a female guest before, ladies and gentlemen. And ladies and gentlemen, that started the ball rolling, ladies and gentlemen. And ever since then, ladies and gentlemen, I have worked with some fabulous, and I mean fabulous females. They are smart, passionate, and they bring the analytics like nobody's business. And I'm very proud of all of my female companions that I've worked with, ladies and gentlemen, especially you, Sarah, especially Cherry, and
Oh.
especially Denise. I'm very proud of all the work that you've done, and thank you so much. Also, ladies and gentlemen, Orange Cassidy's bestie, Mitch Klosky. Mitch Klosky and I had a conversation this afternoon. And ladies and gentlemen, yes, Mitch has informed me, ladies and gentlemen, we've got 200K, ladies and gentlemen, 200K views on the Hardcore Sports Network. So we want to thank you for that milestone, ladies and gentlemen. Well, thank you for that milestone, ladies and gentlemen. And ladies and gentlemen, the wrestling experience keeps growing. Ladies and gentlemen, the views are fantastic. The views are fantastic. The watch alongs are doing well. The numbers are pouring in, ladies and gentlemen, and we are getting rave reviews up and down the highway. So, again, ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank Sarah. I want to thank Cherry. I want to thank Back the Giants fan. And I want to thank everybody at Hardcore Sports for making not only the views fantastic for the Hardcore Sport, but for making this little cook pot and the engine that could, ladies and gentlemen, number one in the universe. Thank you so much. And thank you, everyone in the chat. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much. Everyone in the chat, all of my loyal subscribers, thank you so much. All of the loyal viewers, thank you all so much. And we're having so much fun here on the Hardcore Sports. So, ladies and gentlemen, tonight on tonight's menu, ladies and gentlemen, me and Sarah, we are going to go over and rewind AEW Dynamite. The only downplay, the only downer of the show was the Carter Ashita match, and they didn't match very well last night. That was a bit of a clunker in my estimation. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to talk about that. So, Sarah, let me ask you something. What did you make of the overall build for last night's Dynamite?
Oh, it did a good job. Like you said, other than the Sheeta match, I enjoyed it. I thought it was a good episode of Dynamite.
Yeah, I'm going to agree with your assessment. I'm going to agree with the assessment, ladies and gentlemen. That's another thing, ladies and gentlemen. That's another T-shirt that's coming out, ladies and gentlemen. I agree with the
I
assessment.
agree with your
Your
assessment.
assessment, yes, ladies and gentlemen. And it'll have like question marks on the shirt and everything.
It's
So that
great.
so it's gonna be great, ladies and gentlemen. So yeah, again, like I said, the build was fantastic. The show was okay. I had no issues with it. Like I said before, I'll say it again. The only clunker was the Carter Ashita match. And me and Sarah were going to go over it. We're going to go over it because I'll tell you this much, ladies and gentlemen. I'll tell you this much. Um, I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened, but I don't think these two matched very well last night. Something was off in the match, and the audience was very whack last night. Very whack. I don't know what's going on with WWE and AEW, but nobody's interested anymore in women's division matches, except if it went internationally. Now, if it went internationally, of course, the crowd will soup it all up. They will soup up every nuance of the match. They will go bananas. But when it comes to the United States, no, no, this was no bueno. Um, So yeah, let's talk about this first match. Okada Washida took on Ruby Soho for the women's title. The match was a mess. The match was a mess. The match was a hot mess. Lot of botches in the match. Didn't sell it too good. Um, it was a clunky mess. I don't know what happened in the match. I don't think they rehearsed this well at all. They just did not look good together. It looked terrible on camera. Um, it was just one of those matches where it was a head scratcher because I was disappointed. I was very disappointed. Sarah, let me ask you a question. What did you make of the match?
Um, it I it's just frustrating because I know they're both better than this. They've both shown that they're better than this. So I don't know, maybe one of them just wasn't feeling well and it kind of threw everything else off. Or like you said, Earl, maybe they just didn't, practice it enough, practice the moves enough. But yeah, it was frustrating to watch because I know they're both much, much better than that.
Yeah, and again, like I said before, I'll say it again. The chemistry was just off. It
Yeah.
was it was very off, and it looked terrible on camera.
Well, I mean, do you notice that? I think it was the crossbody where move where she'd have jumped off. I think it was the top rope, but I don't know if she didn't propel herself self enough, or if Ruby Soho was too far away. But she practically missed her when she did
Yeah,
that crossbody. I was like, what was that?
yeah.
It was crazy.
Yeah, the springboard off
The
I believe it
springboard,
was
that's what it was. Thank you.
the springboard off the second rope, I believe it was, and
Maybe that's what it
you
was.
know, she was supposed to body block her or body shot
Yeah.
her and that move and ladies and gentlemen, when you do that move, you have to do it correctly. Your timing has to be correct because the camera needs to see that you sold the splash well. That's what the camera needs to see. The camera needs to see that you went down on your back and I laid on top of you and you sold the move correctly. That is what you're supposed to do. That is your job. My job is just to put you on top of you so that this way you can sell the move. I don't need to have to do 98% of the work. Because if I have to do 98% of the work, you're not doing your job then.
No, on the move, it's not going to work.
No. It looks weird. It looks awkward.
Yeah, it looked really awkward, and that wasn't the only botch. That was the one that I remembered the most. I think there was two other ones after that. I don't remember exactly what they were, but there
Well,
was more after that.
right.
But that was the one that I noticed. Could be because it's the first one, but that was the one I noticed the most. I was like, that
Well,
didn't look very good.
no. Um, and I'll echo what you said. Um, uh, okay, here's another botch move that didn't make sense. When she sprayed her with the green spray, okay, she didn't sell that well either. Now, when you get sprayed in the face with something or you get thrown with dust or you're supposed to sell that you're blind. You're supposed to sell it that you're blind.
Oh
And you
yeah,
can't
yeah, yeah. You're right.
yeah, you have to sell that correctly. She didn't sell that well. Then she sprayed the title with it. And I said to her, but you're not supposed to spray the title, you're supposed to spray the person with it. What is happening here?
So I don't know
Like
if it's because Ruby Soho held the title up, and that's why it got caught with this spray paint
no,
stuff.
what happened was that she got sprayed in the face the first time and she didn't sell it. So then she tried to clean it up by taking the title and tried to hit a Sheeta with it, but then she must have told the Sheeta in her ear, well, just spray the title and let's just keep it moving.
Okay, I see what you're saying. All right.
Which is
Yeah.
bad on both ends, which is really bad on both ends because that's not how you sell it. That's not how you sell it. That is not how you sell it. Um, if you can't do it the first time, scrap it uh,
Absolutely.
and try to clean it up
Absolutely.
as best as you can.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um,
Sean, how's it going? Wesley, I'm glad your mom's coming home tomorrow. That's great.
yes, Wesley. Thank you. So we're so glad that your mom is doing well, and we hope that she gets well very soon and she gets back on her feet, and she's ready for the holidays, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah. So, I'll tell you this much. I'll tell you this much. Um, yeah, the match was a mess. The match was a mess. I'm sorry, the match was a mess. Not good. Chemistry was off, nuance was off, everything was off in the match. It wasn't good.
Yeah, I agree.
But on an entertainment level, what do you give this match?
A zero.
Yep. Well,
I was not entertained at all by that. I was like, what is going on? And I kept
yeah.
waiting for them to like turn it around, turn it around. I'm waiting, and then before I knew it was the end of the match. Okay, well the whole thing was not very good. So, but
Uh,
everybody has an off night, and I'm not gonna dog on either one of them.
No, I mean,
Everybody's has off days, so that's okay. But
right.
yeah, I was frustratingly disappointed because I
Yeah,
know they both can do much, much better than that. So,
right. And I know that they can deliver a match.
oh yeah,
It was just not their night. And I'm not sure whether it was match placement or what, but it just it wasn't good. Um, so based upon what me and Sarah are saying, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to be on the same wavelength as Sarah, and I'm going to give this a 0. I'm sorry, but this was a 0, and I'm going to give a 0 to the audience.
yeah,
Uh, a
you're
big
so
0.
quiet.
I was like, are we wrestling in a library or this is a sport arena? Um, and by the way, ladies and gentlemen, if you guys out there on social media, if you're going to doctor photos or videos of AEW and the crowd, and you said that nobody was there last night, my friend Antonio, who was at the show last night, and I asked him, I said, let me ask you something. Was it full? Was it? He said there were a few empty seats, but it wasn't like catastrophically empty. Nay, it was full. They did pack it in last night. There was a few seats that were empty. Maybe people didn't decide not to show up for the show. They got something else to do or something. But other than that, so please, guys, on social media, don't no more doctoring videos and photos and everything else on the internet because you're not funny anymore. It's not funny.
You're not
You're
fooling anybody. What do you think? We're
no,
stupid?
you're not doing that. And I know that these videos are doctored. I know that they're doctored. And you guys just out there that are doing it, you need better hobbies and lives. You really do. Because to sit there and to doctor videos and tape it, and because you don't like AEW, I mean that's ridiculous. Um,
It
so
is.
well, yeah, so let's talk about this. Let's talk about this next one. Um, Juice Robinson took on MJF for the ring. The match was. Yeah. Happy Halloween! Her and Tony Storm probably going to they're probably going to band at the moon, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, and that is their
Oh my
mating
god.
call. That is their mating call, ladies and gentlemen. Baby, let's trip the fandango. The full moon is out. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, I can't.
Gives
I
that
don't.
old Ozzy Osbourne song
Uh,
"Bark at the Moon" a whole new meaning.
yeah. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, the match was fine. The match was okay. Great chemistry, great nuance, and I love MJF. He is a good heel or baby face or whatever you want to call him. He's good
He's just
with
good.
a. He's just good. MJF is good, ladies and gentlemen, for what he is, ladies and gentlemen. And he got the ring back. He retained the ring. Him and Jay White continues their program together. And like I said, the match was fine. The great spots in the match. I like the kangaroo kick. I thought that was funny.
Just the look on his face when he's doing the whole thing. He
Yes,
just
yes, good day, mate. Oh, he's doing the good.
it's
Yeah,
just so
yeah,
goofy when he does it. But
yes,
to me that just he doesn't that shows me that he doesn't take himself too seriously.
right,
He can laugh
exactly,
at himself. He can goof around, but he can also be serious when he needs to be serious. He can also be a
right,
jerk. He needs to be a jerk. So
right. And again, like I said, I had no issues. with what he was doing in the ring whatsoever. Because that's what he does.
Yep.
That is what he does, and he will do anything necessary to retain a title, a ring, or whatever. And Jeff knows what he's doing. He knows exactly
Oh,
what he's doing. In the ring, lays him to his opponent. So, Sarah, what did you make of the match?
I thought it was a good match. I thought they both did a really good job. I thought it was some of the stuff Juice Robinson did was kind of disgusting, but I think that goes along with, with I think with his character.
Hmm.
And of course, you've got the guns on the sidelines that are jumping in and interfering and causing distractions to the whole thing, whether it's just to the referee or just in general. But so that was frustrating because I know we both don't like shenanigans, so
Right.
that was a little frustrating because I'm like, let Juice kind of stand on his own 2 feet here. So
Yeah, that's I agree with that assessment because here's the thing, ladies and gentlemen. Here's the thing. Why do we need shenanigans in every scenario of a match? Why is that necessary? That's not necessary. Why can't you just win the match clean? Why do you need the shenanigans? And that just behooves me. That just behooves me to no end. And I get frustrated with it. As a fan of wrestling for a very long time, I like clean finishes. I'm sorry. I grew up on clean finishes, and I don't know why now people are lazy with the booking, and not do the correct thing. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna get off my soapbox, if you will.
it's not even
Eh,
just about the whole, every match needs to be a clean finish, but the fact that it's overused,
right,
so grossly
no,
overused, it's
right.
ridiculous. It seems like no matter what heel is getting into a match, there's going to be shenanigans, no matter if it's AEW, if it's Impact or TNA, WWE, NXT, it doesn't matter what company they come from. It's just industry wide, it's overused, and it makes it boring.
Yeah, because there's no, like I said before, there's no outside of thinking out of the box. It's
Yeah,
just, it's just, let's just go with
predictable.
right. Let's just go with what's brought us to the dance, and that's the
Yep.
shenanigans. Um, like Sir brilliantly said, it's okay once in a while. Once in a blue moon, you did it with one match, okay. But when you like Sarah said, when you grossly overuse it, the audience is gonna go weary of it because we all know when the person comes down with the other person, what they're gonna do. You know what they're gonna do. You know exactly what they're going to do. They're gonna be up to times.
You'd be up to mischief.
Yeah, they're gonna be up to things, ladies
Up
and
to
gentlemen.
things.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, we
That's a
say,
good way
as
to
we
say
say,
it. I like it.
yeah, that's what we say in the streets, like the things, they're up to things. You know, when we were kids, my mom said you're up to no good. No, no, no. We modernized it. We called it things. You're up to
We're up to
things.
things.
You're up to things. Yeah.
Come on,
So.
mom, get with the times.
Right, exactly.
Oh, and I
So,
did just want to really quick address something. Sean had asked a question last night in the chat, and the show ended before I got a chance to acknowledge to answer him and acknowledge his question. Sean asked if we're doing SmackDown tomorrow night, and we're not because Earl has got a prior engagement.
right. Due to a prior engagement, ladies and gentlemen, I'm unavailable tomorrow night, ladies and gentlemen, to do SmackDown, Sean. However, Sean, you are welcome to watch. You are welcome to watch Collision. Me and Sarah will be doing Collision on Saturday night. We will be on the air at 7:50 Eastern Daylight Standard Time, and you can sit back and watch us, ladies and gentlemen. as I use the words cook pot, honker, and everything else in between, ladies and gentlemen. And yes,
And
we are.
yes, Leslie, I will have my can of stew on Saturday.
Yes, yes. Denti will be coming out, and they'll
Yes,
be on the dance floor,
my
and
bestie.
yeah, yes. Sarah's bestie, Denti, ladies and gentlemen, Sarah's bestie, Denti will be.
Bestie. God,
Yeah,
I
my
wish I could say it like
bestie.
that.
Just like Orange Cassidy's bestie. Yes, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, yes.
Oh, that's great.
Yes, yes. Everybody needs a bestie. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies.
You should make a wrestling experience T-shirt with Mitch's face and Orange Cassidy on it. Oh my gosh, that would be amazing.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. And I will be done after that. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen.
Mitch will tell people, don't buy it, don't encourage
Right,
him.
exactly, ladies and gentlemen. And then he'll decrease my numbers. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen. Anywho, ladies and gentlemen.
That's so funny.
Um, on an entertainment level, what do you give the MJF match?
Um, I'd probably give it a 7. I'd give it higher if it wasn't for all the shenanigans.
Yeah, I'm going to do a 7.2. And I like the match. Great chemistry, great nuance in the match. I had no
Yeah.
issues with the match whatsoever. MJF gets the ring. I don't have any problems with that. He's going after Jay White and his entire Bullet Club and everything else that goes with it. So again, I applaud AEW for keep continuing the feud, to continue this thing, and it's gonna all explode, ladies and gentlemen. It's gonna happen at Full Gear. And speaking of pay-per-views in AEW, ladies and gentlemen, they're not done with their pay-per-view. Ladies and gentlemen,
No.
I had thought Full Gear was the end. But ladies and gentlemen, last night, if you didn't hear the major announcement from AEW, World's End, ladies and gentlemen, World's End will happen on Saturday night, the 30th of December, and it will be AEW's eighth pay-per-view offering. Now, from what I understand, ladies and gentlemen, the eight pay-per-views that you saw this year will be the same you're going to see next year. So apparently, Tony Khan Tony Khan wants to give us more pay-per-views in the calendar. So we're going to be getting eight pay-per-views from AEW going forward, which I don't have a problem with. I don't have any issues with that whatsoever. So this pay per view, ladies and gentlemen, will happen on Saturday night, the 30th of no, of December, and it will happen from the Nassau Coliseum in Uniondale, Long Island, New York. Now, unfortunately, I won't be able to attend the show. However, ladies and gentlemen, we will stream that show. We will stream that pay per view, and we will bring it to you here on the Hardcore Sports Network. We're going to bring you AEW's final pay per view offering of 2023, and it will be on the 30th of December, right before New Year's Eve, ladies and gentlemen. So, ladies and gentlemen, pop the cork champagne and party with us here at the Hardcore Sports Network, and that will be our final telecast of the new year, ladies and gentlemen. And we will be back again with the Raw Watch Along in January. And of course, ladies and gentlemen, when Raw comes to you from San Diego, California, which will be the first Raw of 2024. Hard to believe I'm saying that, but it,
No, I
it's
know.
it's hard to believe, ladies and gentlemen, but it is true. So let's go to the next match, ladies and gentlemen. RVD and Hawk took on Alex Reynolds and John Silver. The match was fine. I had no problems with the match. I like good tag team matches. I think Hook and RVD worked well together in the match. I didn't see any problems with the match for shadowing any problems. The match was fine, but what it was. Sarah, what did you make of the match?
Well, it always makes me nostalgic getting to see RVD, which is cool. And I thought everybody did a really good job in the match. I liked it.
I liked it too. I really liked it. Great chemistry, great nuance in the match. I had no issues with the match whatsoever. I thought the match was fine for what it was.
Yeah.
Um, Hook and RVD win the match over the Dark Order. And I'll tell you something, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know about you, sir. I can't speak for you, Sarah. But the Dark Order needs some help. They need some help. They need some directional help. 'Cause I don't know what's happening here with the Dark Order. Something needs to pop off here with this group. I don't know if it's a disbandment or a title push. Something needs to happen with the Dark Order because to job them out the way that AEW is doing, I don't like this. It's not a good feeling.
No.
It really isn't. And I would like to see them have some kind of put. I don't know. I don't know what's needed here, but something is needed.
Well, I don't know if it's just because they have so many wrestlers in AEW that there just isn't enough time in the weekly shows to get them on air. Um, but I mean, I was encouraged by the fact they're continuing to show the Dark Order as heels, kind of give them, pushing them in that direction. But yeah,
Yeah, I don't know. They need some kind of jolt here. I don't know. I don't like jobbing out people. I really don't. It's not my bag. It really is not my bag. And when they were in the beginning, they were okay, but now all of a sudden it's just they're kind of like an afterthought. And they're just there to just put people on the tag team over and everything. So I'm just like I'm not really feeling too good about that.
yeah. Like I said, they're pushing them in the direction of being heels, but I think they're not doing a very good job of it, because if they were, then they would be getting more airtime, they would be doing more promos, but we're not seeing any of that. And like you said, they're being jobbed out.
Yeah, they are, and it's a shame. Um, so on an entertainment level, sir, what do you give the match?
Hmm, I give this one, give it like 6.5. Like, it was all right. It wasn't like outstanding by any means, but it was okay.
Um, I'm going to go down the dial, ladies and gentlemen. 5.5 for me, ladies and gentlemen. The match was like I said, the match was fine. Match was okay.
Yeah.
It was okay for what it was. And I didn't again, like I said before, I didn't have any issues with the pairing and everything. Now let's talk about this next segment. Sting's gift. This was absolutely
It was
fun.
so cool to see Rick. I never thought I would ever see the day, ever, when Ric Flair would be in AEW. It was so cool.
I'll tell you this much, ladies and gentlemen. I'll say this. This was this was a moment in wrestling that nobody ever gonna forget.
Hmm.
I would never thought in my lifetime, in my wrestling lifetime, I would see Ric Flair walking down the ramp in an AEW show.
Yeah.
If you would have said to me, "Oh, tomorrow night we're gonna see Ric Flair," I would have laughed in your face. I said, Ric Flair ain't coming here. What are you talking about? Ric Flair would never touch a. Ladies and gentlemen, that is not what we got last night. Ric Flair, the crowd went apoplectic when they saw Ric Flair,
They
ladies
did.
and they
That
did,
woke them
ladies
up.
and that woke up the dead crowd, ladies and gentlemen, and they just went wild for Ric Flair. The man is 75, 78 years old, ladies and gentlemen, and he is a living legend, ladies and gentlemen. Ric Flair is everything. He's a legend, an icon, and everything, ladies and gentlemen. And I'll tell you this much: if you've never seen a Ric Flair match, go in the archives and look at his body of work. Ric Flair is one of those wrestlers that you just want to see over and over and over and over again because he is entertaining as hell. And his mouth, ooh, picante spicy.
Yes.
Whether he's drunk or sober, he will cuss you under the table, Ric Flair.
He was certainly styling and profiling with that
Oh,
suit he
geez,
had on
yes,
last
ladies
night.
and gentlemen. Oh, yes, ladies and gentlemen. You know, even backstage, they said that he was a pistol. Uh,
I believe it. I
I,
do not doubt it one
I would
bit.
not. No, I would not doubt that one. No, they said
No.
he is a pistol.
Good for
Uh,
him, though. Good for him. And he's
I
every
mean,
right to be.
and I'll tell you this much, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know what he talked with Tony Khan after the show was over, but I'll tell you this much, ladies and gentlemen. If you want to learn from somebody, you need to go to Ric Flair because he's been through a lot. That
Yep.
man has been through hell and fire and brimstone, ladies and gentlemen. And mm, 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 mm. He was something else last night. So he came out, he talked to Sting, and everything else. Now, of course, Christian came out with Nick Wayne and Luchasaurus. They interrupted the whole feel good moment, and they challenged Darby Allin and Sting to a match at Revolution. I mean, at Full Gear, and
Freaking Christian.
uh, he's a heel. You know,
Oh, yeah.
he had to say some nasty things about Ric Flair, which I'm not going to repeat. And he just went off on Ric Flair. Um, I'll tell you this much, ladies and gentlemen. Sarah says that it's going to be Adam Copeland. I would like to see him to be the third person in this match. That's who I want to see. Now, Sting went there backstage and he told Adam, "You better wake up."
Yeah.
He gave him a pep talk. Now, I don't know if that got through to him, but we're going to have to watch very closely, ladies and gentlemen. As we creep closer and closer to Full Gear, we're going to have to see whether he's going to accept the challenge or not. Remember, he said he won't fight Christian. He didn't say he wouldn't fight Christian in a six-man tag. He said only one-on-one. This is not one-on-one. This is Luchasaurus, Christian, and Nick Wayne taking on Darby Allin, Sting, and hopefully Adam Copeland.
Hopefully.
Hopefully. And I
That'll be
think that
cool.
needs to happen. Now, let's talk about this next segment, Sarah, which was very controversial. Some people on Twitter did not like this segment at all. They found it to be disturbing and creepy. It was the segment with Swerve Strickland, ladies and gentlemen. Now,
Yeah, I've been
now,
hearing people
yeah,
say it was.
people were souring on this promo. Um, okay, so Hangman Adam Page is in the ring with the Elite. They retain the title. They retained their titles, ladies and gentlemen, last night. And well, after the match is over, Swerve Strickland was spotted on the Tron, ladies and gentlemen, on the giant video screen, and he was in Adam Page's house. Now I don't know how he got there. I don't know how he knew where Paige lived. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, I digress. He comes into the house and he's walking around and with Prince Nana or the Grand Wizard, as I like to call him.
Na, na, na,
And
na, 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 na.
anyway, ladies and gentlemen. Anyway, yeah, that. That, ladies and gentlemen. Uh, anyway, ladies and gentlemen, I digress. Um, so he comes into the house and he's in his daughter's bedroom, in the baby's bedroom, in the crib, and he throws down his T-shirt on top of the baby. Now, some people says that was creepy, disturbing. They had all kind of words for it. People were just souring on the whole thing. Sarah, what did you think of it?
Um, I don't know. I mean, I guess in the moment watching it, I didn't think it was creepy or disturbing or anything. Um, but on the same note, I thought what was going to happen was like Hangman's wife was going to come out and they were going to like chase her or in the house or threaten her or something like that. But I didn't think it was going to be anything to do with his little baby. So that was when you think about it, it's like you can always kind of they say hindsight's 2020. So when I think about it, and he's got his phone propped up and he's filming himself threatening a little baby, yeah, it was weird. Like, really, you're gonna go after someone's kids? That you got beef with somebody, that's fine, but you don't bring somebody's family into it. That's crazy. That's just crazy.
Yeah, and it just put more fuel to this fire, ladies and gentlemen, to put more log on this fire, ladies and gentlemen. And I am quite sure Adam Page is going to retort this little transaction um from this last night. And I'm sure we're gonna get that at Rampage this Friday night on TNT, ladies and gentlemen. But getting back to the match, Sarah, what did you make of the Hangman match?
Oh, the hangman match, the 6-man
Yes.
tag match. I thought it was okay, but it's like I think I'm kind of burnt out on seeing the elite all the time. Um, and Matt, is it? I don't know. Maybe it was just me, but it looks like Matt Hardy seems like I don't know if maybe he has like arthritis in his hips or something, but it seems like he's very stiff when he's moving. So I hope he's okay because you could tell him, when he's walking down to the ring, it seems like he's moving stiffly. I don't know, maybe a little bit of a limp. So I'm just worried that he's going to end up hurting himself or somebody else for that matter. But I mean, I thought the match was fine.
Yeah. Here's the thing. Here's the thing. Here's the thing.
It
First
was
of
all
all,
right.
yeah, the match was fine for what it was. But here's the thing. First of all, the Hardys, when they first came out, they used to do these crazy, devilish things. I mean, they swanton bomb through tables, on
Oh
ladders,
yeah,
walls, this, that, all this stuff. So their body, ladies and gentlemen, their body
sure,
over the years has taken so much punishment that right now, ladies and gentlemen, the Hardys, the body is talking to them. Their bodies is barking, and you can tell, ladies and gentlemen, when your body is barking, ladies and gentlemen, it talks back to you, ladies and gentlemen, and when it talks back to you, you need to address it immediately. Um, so that is why they move so stiffly. Even Hooligan brought this up when he was on the wrestling experience. He said Matt Hardy moves stiffly. Yes, that is because he's been through so much punishment. He can't walk anymore. Their Hardys need to retire. It's time for the
Yeah.
Hardys to move over because there is no way that they can do what they did back in the days when they first came out. There's just no way that they can do that kind of level of entertainment. They
Yeah.
can move in the ring,
Change up your move set, you
right,
know?
right.
Do
They
stuff
can't,
that maybe is not gonna hurt you so much.
right. They can't do what they used to do, ladies and gentlemen. And if you're looking for that, you're barking up the wrong
Yeah,
tree.
swanton bombs onto ladders and stuff.
Right. They can't do what they can't do what they normally do, ladies and gentlemen. They can't do what they normally do. So you have to
Yeah.
understand the Hardys right now are not the same people, and they will never be the same people. And there are times where you have to look in the mirror and you have to say to yourself, how much more can I take with this? Because you can't do the same things that you used to do. I mean, these guys want to do twist of fate, swanton bomb. You can't do those things anymore. I mean, they were fine when you first came out. They were fine, but right now you can't move correctly, and you hardly can walk down to the aisle. It takes you a while to get down. So, I mean, I'm just looking at it from a health standpoint, and that's what I'm looking at it from.
Yeah. I don't want that. I don't want anybody to hurt themselves or somebody else. And if that
No,
means you got to stop wrestling, maybe become a manager or be do more like of the coaching aspect or
right.
something, something like a trainer, something like that, perfectly fine.
Something conducive.
Yeah, you can still be a part of the still be in the business. You're just doing something a little bit different.
Right. So on an entertainment level, sir, what do you give the match?
I'll give it like a 5.5. It was okay. It wasn't spectacular. But it wasn't horrible either. So,
Yeah. I'm going to go down the dial here, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to go down the dial, and I'm going to give this match, ladies and gentlemen, a 4.2. The match was, yeah, the match was okay, ladies and gentlemen. It was okay. But on this mothership, ladies and gentlemen, the entertainment and the Hardys need to dial it back, ladies and gentlemen, and that needs to happen expeditiously. So, um, anyway, ladies and gentlemen, we are up to the main event, ladies and gentlemen, of the show, and that was Brian Danielson and Claudio Castagnoli taking on Okada and Mitch Koski's bestie, Orange Cassidy. Now, by the way, Mitch, I have a little bone to pick with you, Mitch. This morning, ladies and gentlemen, I was scrolling through Twitter this
oh
morning.
god.
And something told me to look in the group chat. So I looked in the group chat this morning, ladies and gentlemen, just for curiosity before I started to work. And Mitch Kowski posted a picture of Orange Cassidy and Claudio Castagnoli putting Orange in a sort of like a what would you call it? Like almost like a camel clutch kind of a thing maneuver. And then he made some caption, "This made my day" or something like that. I said, Mitch, now
Oh, is
come on
that
now.
what it was?
I think so. I think if you look on the group chat, if you look in the group chat, he did post that picture, and it was like, now, Mitch, isn't Orange Cassidy your
Oh,
bestie?
it was because I couldn't because the my phone, I was trying to see what it was, but my phone wouldn't load the picture. But no, it looks like it's Claudio doing the sharpshooter
Right, doing the
on
sharpshooter.
Orange
Yeah,
Cassidy. Yeah.
yeah, and
Better
that made
feeling.
his day. That made his
He
day,
said
ladies
no
and
better feeling than
no,
this.
no, no, no better feeling than this, ladies and gentlemen. And I had to
Oh,
clap back.
Mitch.
I had to clap back. I said, "No,
You did.
Miss, now stop it. No, no, it's not stop
It was
that
great.
much.
You're like,
No, no,
Mitch, stop it.
no, stop it, Mitch. No, stop it, Mitch.
How's
No,
that any way
no.
to talk about your bestie?
Yeah, isn't Orange Cassidy your bestie? Isn't she your bestie? Anyway, Sarah just
It's
loves when I
great.
say, it is Mitch Kowski's bestie. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen. Anyway.
I just love the way you say that. It's awesome.
Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, I digress. So, anyway, ladies and gentlemen, the match was fine. The match was okay. I don't know why everybody keeps hating on Orange Cassidy. He is an entertainer, ladies and gentlemen. He is an entertainer. And that is exactly what he's designed to do. He is designed to put smile on your faces. And that's what he does. And I had no issues with the match whatsoever. Him and Okada did very well in the match. Great chemistry, great nuance in the ring. Love some Claudio Castagnoli. And of course, the Blackpool Combat Club, ladies and gentlemen. So, Sarah, what did you make of the match?
I liked it. I thought they all did an excellent, excellent job. Um, the you could almost feel the tension when it came down to um, Brian Danielson and Okada being in, when they both got tagged in and they, were going up against one another again, facing off against each other. So I thought the match was great. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, I mean, Claudio Castagnoli and Brian Danielson defeated Orange Cassidy. Um, I didn't care for the champion to get pinned in the match. I didn't. I thought that was a little. I don't care for that. I'm not a fan of that. I think Okada should have ate the pin, but other than that, I thought it was okay. So, Sarah, on an entertainment level, what do you give the match?
I would give this match. I would give this match an 8.5.
And I'm going to be on the same wavelength as you. I'm going to give this an 8 as well, an 8.5, because this match was great. And I like the brawl in the end. I thought that was great. And he kept spinning him around.
Oh my
I mean,
gosh.
he kept spinning him
I
around.
was like, how is he not getting so dizzy that he falls over, from having to hold somebody and spin them around? It's like, how is he standing up straight right now?
I have no idea, but I'll tell you this much, ladies and gentlemen. I'll tell you this much. This was absolutely great. This was absolutely great. When he kept spinning him around, I said, "You gotta make this man toss his cookies all over the audience." I was like,
Right?
because
I wonder if
because
that's
after
why
all,
Orange Cassidy was just sitting in the corner at the end for so
yeah,
long. He was
right, because I think he might needed a rain jacket after that. Anyway, anyway, ladies and
don't forget
gentlemen.
to take your Dramamine before you start your match.
Oh, right, exactly. Oh boy. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, that was dynamite. Ladies and gentlemen, that was dynamite. Good show. One clunker in the match, the women's division match.
Yeah.
But other than that, ladies and gentlemen, the match was okay. As far as the show as a whole, I'm gonna give this show a B. I'm gonna give this show a B, and I the match was a B. It deserves a B. I'm not going to go any higher than that because of the clunker match, and that's it. So, what letter grade do you give Dynamite?
I was gonna say the same thing. I would give it higher, but because of the women's match, I'm gonna give it a B. Solid B.
Yeah, so it gets a solid B from the both of us, and the crowd gets an F. Ladies and gentlemen, the crowd gets
Yeah,
an
I
F.
just couldn't believe how quiet they were.
Yeah, I am very shocked at the Philadelphia audience. I am very shocked because I'll tell you this much, ladies and gentlemen. I have been to wrestling matches in Philadelphia, and the crowd usually is bananas. They go bananas. Now, I hope when we get to WrestleMania 40 in Philadelphia, the crowd is not like that because that would be very disappointing. That would be especially if the matches are good, especially if night one and night two deliver the goods and the crowd doesn't deliver. That is not going to look good. That is not.
Yeah.
That's not going to look good. We need some energy out of you, Philadelphia. Be a little bit more pep in your step. Be a little bit more lively. You know.
Yeah.
So.
But
Yeah. So.
I don't think we're gonna have to worry about that though. I mean, considering it's WrestleMania, it's a 40th anniversary WrestleMania.
Right. So
I
let's
don't
just.
think we're gonna. I don't think that'll be an issue.
Okay. Well, let's hope not. Um. So
Yeah.
anyway, ladies and gentlemen, that was dynamite, and that was dynamite. Um. So anyway, ladies and gentlemen, um, upcoming shows. I'm going to tell you about some upcoming shows that we've got in the cook pot, ladies and gentlemen. First of all, me and Sarah are not done with each other. No, we're not done. We're not done by a long shot. Ladies and gentlemen. No, we're not done. We're going to bring you, ladies and gentlemen, Collision. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to bring you Collision, and that will happen on Saturday night, ladies and gentlemen. Now, the show will start at 8. We will go on the air at 7:50, ladies and gentlemen, and bring you Collision from Uncasville, Connecticut, ladies and gentlemen, the Mohegan Sun Arena. And I'm not repeating that again. No. No. You can try it on your own as your homework. You can try it on your own and see if you can um, do it 10 times fast. I'm not going to try it. I'm just going to leave it alone. Um, so that is happening. And ladies and gentlemen, Friday Night SmackDown will return next Friday with me and Orange Cassidy's bestie, Mitch Kofsky, and I will bring you Friday Night SmackDown next Friday night. Ladies and gentlemen, he did inform me that he will be available for Friday night. So me and Orange Cassidy's bestie, Mitch Kofsky, and I will bring you Friday Night SmackDown. Oh God, ladies and gentlemen, and that will be the go home show. That will be the go home show for Crown Jewel, ladies and gentlemen. So that'll happen next Friday night. Then, ladies and gentlemen, we have, like I said, we have Collision Saturday night, and then Monday night, ladies and gentlemen, we will bring you Monday Night Raw. The Raw Watch Along, ladies and gentlemen, will be in Greenville, South Carolina, and that will be the go home show. That will be the go home show for Crown Jewel, ladies and gentlemen. Will it be a trick or a treat? We're going to find out. We're going to find out if the show will bring the goods, ladies and gentlemen. Because, like I said before, I'll say it again, we need a solid go home show. We need something to get invested in this Crown Jewel. Now, the build for this Crown Jewel has been great. Has been great. They've been building this Crown Jewel, and I'm glad about that. Happy to see that the WWE's paying attention to the fans and their complaints about how they are not building up at their pay-per-views. But this Crown Jewel, let's hope it delivers the goods. Um, the only match I'm gonna say I'm not looking forward to is the Nia Jax match. I don't have any expectations for it. I don't have any high expectations for it, but we'll see. So, we will have Crown Jewel, ladies and gentlemen, on Saturday night. We will have Crown Jewel on Saturday night. I mean on Sunday afternoon. I mean Saturday afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, wait a minute. I forgot one thing. I forgot. You are watching the Hardcore Sports Network, ladies and gentlemen, and we're Wrestling Experience. My name is Earl Cole. That is Sarah, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much. And follow them on Twitch at Hardcore Sports One. Follow them on Instagram at Hardcore Sports. Follow them on Twitter at Hardcore Sports N. And of course, subscribe to their YouTube channel and hit that like button. Hit the like button on my channel. hit the like button on the Hardcore Sports Network. And we hope that you had a great Thursday morning, Thursday afternoon, or Thursday evening here at the Hardcore Sports Network.
Good job,
All right.
Earl.
Thank you
got
so
it.
much. Yeah, thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. So what was I saying? Oh yes. So we have Monday Night Raw, ladies and gentlemen, next week. We have the wrestling experience. Now next week, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to be back with the wrestling experience, and me and Sarah are going to welcome our guest, Matt the Giants fan. Matt the Giants fan will be coming on the wrestling experience, and he's going to help me. I'm going to beam this earthling aboard this mothership, ladies and gentlemen, and he's going to help me and Sarah rewind AEW Dynamite, and we're going to predict Crown Jewel. So we're going to have fun with all of that and so much more next Thursday on the Wrestling Experience. Now, ladies and gentlemen, like I said before, we'll be back Saturday night for Collision, but that's our show, ladies and gentlemen. That's going to put a bow on this show, ladies and gentlemen. That's going to put a cap on this thing. And I'll tell you this much, Sarah, thank you so much again for your time and your energy tonight. I always have fun with Sarah, ladies and gentlemen, on this mothership, ladies and gentlemen. Every time she gets beamed aboard, ladies and gentlemen, whoa, we get an education lesson, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, yes, we do, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, yes, ladies and gentlemen. And we bring out old school stuff like honkers and everything else in between, ladies and gentlemen, out of the vault. So anyway, ladies and gentlemen.
Even if the show sucks, we don't.
No, exactly, ladies and gentlemen. And we give you entertainment for your bottom dollar, ladies and gentlemen. Right. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. So, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you all enjoy the rest of your Thursday evening. It has been a pleasure working with all of you here at the Hardcore Sports. And of course, ladies and gentlemen, we will return to the airwaves. We're going to return to the airwaves on Saturday night at 7:50. So for Sarah, I'm Earl Cole, ladies and gentlemen, and thank you so much for watching the Wrestling Experience. And we'll see you on Saturday night.
Now with the hottest show in the universe, the Wrestling Experience, with your host, Earl Cole.
Acknowledge me.
Coming at you with all the dope shit, freshest WWE content, and also through AEW. You are now watching The Experience, the Wrestling Experience. Now with your host, Earl Cole.
That was fun.
Oh, absolutely.